Other announcements? Well, there's $50 billion going into the defence industry over the next 10 years. So that's significant improvement, already above the AUKUS submarines that are coming, but we are getting ourselves more and more ready for whatever may be coming in the future. We hope that it's a full, peaceful time, but you just never know, and we have to be positioned to look after ourselves. You can only rely on yourself at the end of the day. Amazingly, with AI being so big, there's only a little 39.9 million being spent to come up with policies and advisory. And I must say personally, this is the thing that scares me the most about the future. I'm worried about where it goes. 39.9 million, I hope these guys dig deep and find out what's going on. And we need to have some very, very important safeguards coming into this because it's here, it's now, it's happening, and to me, it's scary. Other people think it's exciting, not me. I think it's scary. Let's get a control of what's allowed and what's not. One of the good things for small business, and pretty much about the only thing, is $20,000 asset write-off is still going to be extended for another year, which is great if you're buying any goods for your business. There's $500 million in disaster relief and preparedness, essential because we are having more and more climate issues on the East Coast in particular. We have to be ready for them and see how it goes. There's a new announcement recently of $925 million for support services for partner violence initiatives. And this includes if you are having problems at home, you can get out with a $5,000 grant, where before a lot of people were afraid to leave because they had no financial resources, they didn't have the capacity to get out of their endangered environment. So hopefully that's going to work. But the thing is, again, here that worries me is there's so much of the money being spent on the support and not enough on the outcome. And what I think we need to do is be going into the family courts where a lot of this stuff stems from, where there's so much angst and anxiety when people are divorcing, particularly over child issues, who gets custody, financials. That's what is at the root of a lot of these problems. So there's no point just worrying about the top end of it. Get in and find where the issues are and let's fix them. Let's teach people to be better partners, to not tolerate all these sorts of things. I want that money to be spent there rather than at the end when it's too late. And sadly, that happens too often. The government is being extremely generous with the paid maternity leave. They're now going to pay not only the maternity leave, which the government pays now to the employer, but they're also going to pay superannuation on top of that. And that's, again, a good thing if you are taking the paid leave, because that couple of months that you take off, 6 months, 12 months, you obviously affect your end nest egg when it comes to your superannuation pot. So the government is going to pay for it itself. Again, very generous that the government finds that money, interesting. But this is the society we have in Australia. And hence why we need to be kinder to those higher taxpayers, because you can't do these sorts of things magnanimously if the revenue isn't there. Instantly, First Nations, $2.4 billion in this budget for a raft of support programs, housing initiatives, etc., particularly in the Northern Territory. Long overdue, necessary. Let's hope that it goes to good use. It keeps moving towards a sensible future for these people. But we have to get them so where they've got self-accountability. So hopefully we're building them as better.